Plaintiff Derek Snow is suing the defendant and former best friend for $621 for destroying his cherished chainsaw. Defendant John Barnes says he barely touched the chainsaw, so he isn't the one who broke it and doesn't owe the plaintiff anything.
This is case 50 on the docket, Snow versus Barnes.
Okay, we have the plaintiff, Mr. Snow, and you are suing the defendant, Mr. Barnes, in the amount of $621 for a broken chainsaw. Okay,
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, about 4 months ago, my former friend and former neighbor, Mr. Barnes here, asked to borrow my chainsaw. I used to own a tree service, and I had about 10 chainsaws. And I just happened to save this one special saw, my Steel 260 Farm Boss. So Mr. Barnes had some bamboo to cut in his front yard, and the bamboo is about 20 feet long, and his objective is to cut the bamboo in half so it will fit in the city debris truck. So I go up to his house on a Saturday with my baby, my special saw.
It's not.
This is not just a. This is my child. This is my
you don't want to put a
Excuse
chainsaw
me.
around
Oh, it
the
was a
baby.
Sunday.
Was a Sunday,
Even
not
better.
no Saturday.
It was a holy day. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I take my baby up to his house on a holy day, and I filled it up with fresh fuel, and I went over to his home on Sunday afternoon, and there he was with some helpers. Went over to him. I said, "Hey, Barnes, what's up? Here, I'm ready to give you my saw." And I started it up, and I warmed it up.
Yeah, I try to crank the saw first before you crank it up.
Oh, maybe he did, because he doesn't know how to crank it, because it takes a very special. You have to know how to start these.
Why? I used to work for a tree service.
Whether he started it up or not, let's just say you started it, and we finally got it started, and I left you run, and I said, "Okay, see you later, Barnes," and I took off.
How did that go now?
Well, I got one cut off and the thing cut off. When it cut off, I called him. I said, "Hey, man, the saw cut off and won't crank back up." He said, "I'm in a hurry trying to get to my wife before I can save my relationship."
She divorced me, and we're working on it.
Yeah, but he crazy. He crazy.
I'm crazy too.
Yeah, you is. You very crazy.
How am I crazy?
Okay, whoa.
What?
First of all,
Sorry, Jan, I'm sorry.
trust me, I know crazy.
Yes, sir.
I left him, and then a day later he comes down and brings me back the saw, and he hands it to me. He doesn't say anything, and I tried to crank the saw, and it wouldn't start. It wouldn't pull. And I looked out and said, "Hey, Barnes, what's up?" So what I had to do is I took the saw apart to get it to pull again, and I'd get to pulling, nothing. And I was like, well, now what? And I called him up. Now this is where things started to go south, Mr. Barnes.
No, what?
I couldn't finish the sentence about my chainsaw, because he knew that I was having trouble with it. And when I said, "It's your fault," he cut me off, cussed at me, barked at me. "I didn't saw."
He knew the
Click.
saw needs service.
I got a
He
phone
ain't never
call
did maintenance
at
on
night,
the saw.
about 9:30, from Mr. Barnes,
Yeah?
cussing me, irate, and said, "We're going to put your ass in jail for harassment."
First of all,
So you don't deny that you made the call to him, say we're going to put you in jail,
No,
whatever
I
the
did not
language
make no
was.
call. I did not make
You're
no call.
under oath, John.
I did not make no call.
First of all, Your Honor, he gonna come at our home while I was asleep with my two Shih Tzu beating on the door.
Your two what?
Shih Tzu.
Oh.
My
okay.
two dogs. He just banging at the door, ringing the doorbell like a crazy man. Not only that, he harassed me, waking me up out my sleep and beating on the door.
A court can't punish a person for knocking on the door at 9 o'clock at night. He didn't
But when
break the door down. Did he threaten you?
No, sir, he didn't. Your Honor, he didn't, but it's just the purpose of the fact when you tell
Well,
somebody
you were
not
sleeping,
to come.
and yeah, I hate being awakened from a nap, but you can't sue someone because they woke you up.
I have.
Let's see what
Proof.
you got. And what is this?
This is some of the text messages and stuff that he had.
This is message that he's sending to you.
Yeah, fake.
There once was a girl named Janetta.
Uh-oh.
She procured a vindictive vendetta. I was hoping there was an end to the poem. There was. Then you wrote, "You think that mess is funny over a damn broken saw, over the top harassing and coming by our home disturb my sleep while you bang and ringing the doorbell like a crazy man." Then, "Dear Janetta Barnes, this is not a joke. I think I need to hire 2 bodyguards now. I know just the ones. My 2 cellmates from..." You have cellmates?
I had them. It's just a long story. That's another show. I did some time for some misdemeanors, and they're all dismissed.
Yeah, well, okay. Oof. And now, just stay far away from our home and my husband, John, before you be joined back with your cellmate.
Your Honor, not only that, he harassed my husband while he was on the job. My husband will tell you a little bit more about
What
that.
happened there? And then I'm going to make a ruling here. Go ahead.
He comes to my job harassing everyone who was there.
John, I was coming to deliver you the good news of the envelope that had the letterhead of Judge Jerry, and I was coming to deliver the good news, and where I wanted to find you so we could be friends again because I thought this was cool.
No, we can't be friends
Whoa,
because
whoa,
Friends.
whoa. I am truly honored by the compliment. But handing someone a paper that you're suing him and you're going to court is not cool.
I know. I just...
All right. You have sued the defendant for $621 for a broken chainsaw.
Correct.
When you come into a court, you have to provide proof of what you're alleging. And because there is no proof based on anyone's story, even if you're both telling God's truth, neither of you know as a fact. So I am sorry for the loss of your chainsaw, but the suit is dismissed.
Can I just say something, Your Honor?
Hey YouTube, check out my new show, Judge Jerry. Now for sneak preview and behind the scenes footage, subscribe to my channel now.